All right, my little tubers, we're back for some more drafting here on Arena. Your resident Salt Lord here with some more Phyrexia RLV1 draft. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe. We'll jump into our pick one pack one. We finally opened a Dragonwing Glider. I think I haven't seen this card since like day one of the format for myself anyways. Ooh, caught that sneeze in time. Very, very good card, obviously. 5 mana, 4/4 flying haste, as it is a 4 mirrored in card, and then the equip of 5, so it's just a very good card. Can't go wrong with first picking that. Edifice, solid. Mantis, good. Dose, fine. Just a very easy 4/4 flying haste for 5. Pretty close to a bomb, if not a true bomb. Obviously, it's just a 2/2 that's equipped to, but the equipment is damn good, so happy to take that. Pick one, pack one. Got a couple of blue cards here. The Blade of Shared Souls, another equipment that is 4 mirrored in. I actually like this one quite a bit. I know a lot of people aren't super keen on this, but I think it's pretty solid overall. So it's a 3 mana 2/2 that enters as a copy of any other creature you control, if you want it to. And then whenever you equip it, so if you have a bunch of cheap random creatures, you can copy another creature with the blade. Serum Core Chimera, another pretty solid one. The only problem with these two cards is that they're blue, but I do think they're strong enough to take over, say, the Axiom Engraver, the Bladegraft Aspirant, which would keep me in red. I mean, the Engraver is really, really good. I've come up on this card quite a bit. Fantastic 2-drop oil creature. I think it's harder to get like the Serum Core or the Blade, though. I'm going to take the Blade and see what happens. Nahiri. This is a bad one, I'm pretty sure, but we'll see. Until your next turn, up to 1 target creature attacks a player each combat if able. That's pretty weak. The +1 is discard a card, draw a card. That's fine. 0, exile target creature or equipment with mana value less than Nahiri's loyalty from your graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of it. Yeah, so Nahiri, not very good, and you can see why it's getting past a 3rd pick here. It's playable. It's just not very good. I'm still not going to be taking her 3rd pick. For us, we have like an Urabrask's Anointer, Furnace Strider, a couple of decent green cards. I think we'll lean towards taking one of the red cards here. I'm going to try the Anointer as it's still only 3rd pick in the draft. So this could have a lot of upside if we end up in a solid like oil deck or something. Yeah, Strider's good here. Cultivator's good here. Mandible's fine. There's a Brutalizer in the pack as well. Again, I think I'm fine just leaning in toward red and maybe taking the Furnace Strider. But I do, or rather I would prefer to get the cheaper creatures. I actually think I'm going to go with the Rustvine Cultivator here now, especially after taking the Anointer for the oil synergies. Okay, and getting rewarded by just getting a late Furnace Strider anyways. The Furnace Striders are super good, but I don't think you need to take them very early because you often see them pretty late. Now, another thing I could do is actually take one of the blue cards. I think the Watcher and the Raptor are both fantastic. And the Raptor still has good synergy with the Anointer anyway. I've really come around to the Raptor. Like, it's a 3-drop flyer, it blocks everything early, and it can trade up a lot of the time. Just because you can turn it to a 4/1 in a pinch. That being said, another one is the Watcher that I've come around to. You know what? I'm going to take this blue card here. I don't think we need to focus on seeing any of those red cards. Although we're seeing a Troll here, a Synthesizer's alright. Troll for the oil deck, or Synthesizer for the blue-red oil deck. This is kind of close. I say this is close because I think taking the cheaper cards is better. Like, you can imagine if I had just taken all the Striders here and like the Troll, we'd have 4 5-drops already or something like that. No, I'd rather just have the 2. That is a fantastic sign. This is one of the best blue uncommons. And it's really, really good, especially since I've taken the Malkader's Watcher. So many times in this format, I've seen turn 2 Watcher, turn 3 Retrofitter, and that just kind of just ends the game, you know? Because that's a turn 3 Sarah Angel attacking. One of best blues uncommons. And yeah, one of the best blue uncommons, and I think we're following that up with a really, really good start. Okay, so it looks like we might be leaning in toward the red-blue. I know a lot of people don't like blue. They say it's the worst color. Even if that's true, you can still build good blue decks if it is open, and I think that's the case that we see here. Crescendo's pretty good. I haven't been huge on the Magmatic Sprinter, but I think it's okay in some scenarios. Like, obviously it has good synergy with Anointer, fine with the Synthesizer. The thing is, if you ever fall behind, this card is just so miserable, and you can't really afford to do that. Combat tricks that kind of draw cards, ooh, are just so nice, and we are getting rewarded here. So this was the pack where I took the Blade of Shared Souls, and now I'm wheeling Serum Core Chimera. Engraver also being in the pack is really strange, but wow, wow, wow. Cannot ask for a better start than that, and now we'll take the Free from Flesh, which is another good one in this particular deck because unlike a lot of the other styles, you have use, or other strategies, you have use for the oil counters, right? So it's a removal spell plus value. It's good on the Synthesizer, for example. Good on the Chimera. This is a beautiful red-blue start. Beautiful. I think we read the signs correctly. Made some debatable picks, not questionable, but debatable picks, right? I took that Blade of Shared Souls, for example, but we ended up being rewarded in the end. Blade of Shared Souls is super fun with any number of the creatures that get oil counters when you cast non-creature spells. So you can see a world where we have like a Serum Core on the battlefield, we equip Watcher with the Blade, right? We turn the Watcher into a Chimera, it starts getting counters. Like there's just a lot of fun things that you can end up doing here as we wheel one of the Striders. 2 Striders, I don't know if I'm going to play. I would play 2 Free from Flesh. And the hits keep coming. So we opened a Dragonwing Glider, and now we're opening a Kothfire Resistance. Remember, this is one of these Planeswalkers that is not a Mythic, so you will see it a little more frequently. I think I've opened Luca a little bit more than Koth, but Koth is my second most opened Planeswalker in this format. Great pack. Scamp is pretty good. You just want something to do early in the format, of course, and this trades off pretty well. Adaptive, just the best of the oil cycle creatures. Easily the best of the oil creatures. Spawning's good. What can we plan on wheeling here? We might actually wheel the Scamp, given how open red was. Wouldn't mind wheeling the Skull Bomb or the Crescendo number 2 as well. But I ain't gonna pass that Waka. So, good pack. Anointer versus Slash. As good as Anointer is, I think Slash is always going to be a better play over it. This is just too consistent and too good. Man, whenever you kill like one of those big 4 toughness toxic creatures in the format, you feel like you've just won the game. You kill like a Plague Nurse or something. The Anointer number 2 would be good. I think the Slash is always just going to be safer. Plus, this is 1 mana removal versus maybe 4 mana, you know? Izuri, Chrome Prowler, Experimental Augury. I do think the Chrome Prowler is a solid play, but that's more in the decks that want artifacts. I do want to make sure I get enough artifacts for the Retrofitter, but I don't think we want to take the Prowler here. I think we'd rather take the Augury. The card selection, the proliferation. This is one of my favorite blue commons. Into a Gitaxian Raptor. Nice pickup. I would probably play as many of these as I could find. Skull Bomb rather, would be second for me, and then the Cackler. Yeah, we definitely need the oil creatures more than we need the creatures that care about oil. Raptor's great. Here's another one of those oil creatures in the same cycle as the adaptive. It's okay. I don't think we want it here. We have like a 3/3 Menace for 3, which is fantastic, or just a Mesmerizing Dose, solid removal. I could see going either route here. Pressure versus interaction. I have slash. I have a few different combat tricks, the crescendo and the 2 free from flesh. I think I'm okay taking the first dose. Another retrofitter. And a volt charge. I still think that the retrofitter is the card we want. Having 2 of them is insane. I will now need to prioritize the cheaper artifacts. So with 2 of these, it's probably going to be correct to grab like some skull bombs and stuff, but that is really, really good. Oh, okay. 7th pick volt charge, 7th pick dose. Let's take the first charge now. We just passed one. We are in the right seat for sure. Let's see. Actually feels like we might be losing out on the oil plan. So the Anointer might not be good here. We have Strider, Chimera, Raptor. Oh, a sec. Wow, what? Seer, Raptor, and another Volt Charge, all 8th pick. That is crazy. If this charge was slash, I wouldn't even consider it. I would just take the slash, but charges come way down in my opinion. I'm still going to take it here. Just kind of sucks we're losing out on some good value. All right, now the Skull Bomb makes a lot of sense to take with the double Retrofitter. I wouldn't want to play Eye of Malkader. I guess Prism is a maybe. Custodian is another artifact, though I doubt we're going to play it. So pack 3 is going to be all about just solidifying our deck, because right now we are in crazy shape for the number of playables we have. Yeah, another Skull Bomb. All these Skull Bombs do make the Anointer better. Phyrexian Vindicator. We were supposed to open another nice red rare. This is weird. I think we're first picking Glistening Seer. Although I will say, we just saw a Glistening Seer very late in pack 2. If I wanted to, I could just take the Vindicator for 40 gems. I mean, I'm not above it. Sure. Why not? I need to recoup some of my gems I've spewed off in this format. I think we started around 98,000 gems when All Will Be One came out, and now we're down to 83, so this is the biggest spew format I've ever had. A 3rd Volt Charge, a 2nd Raptor. Let's go with the Raptor. More oil synergies. We're passing a Chimney Rabble, that's fine. This deck looks really good. I need to get some more artifacts here, but this deck looks really good. Right now we have 4 cheap artifacts. The 2 Skull Bombs, the Watcher, and the Batter Fist. So we're getting an Engraver finally versus that Seer. Okay, let's take the Engraver. Man, Trawler Drake is so good too. This is, I think, my 2nd favorite of the oil counter creatures. The green adaptive is the best, but the Trawler Drake is pretty freaking great. Now, with that being said, it might be correct to take the Batter Fist here because, again, we have the double Retrofitter. I think that's correct to do. It's crazy, but I think it's correct. Nothing for us here, no worries. We don't need 3 frees. We're not playing Prologue or Anatomist. We do have a couple of equipments now, but I don't think the finisher's gonna make the deck. I mean, how many Volt Charge is too many Volt Charge? Because this is like the 5th we could have had, but only the 3rd I'm taking. Like I said, if these Volt Charges were slashes, I would easy play every single one of them. Another Synthesizer is fantastic. Okay, we might have picked up enough oil creatures that the Anointer is still going to be good here. Shoot, man, I don't know what I'm supposed to be cutting. And another Anointer now, too? Is there ever a world where I'm actually cutting the Retrofitters and just going more oil synergy? That might be correct. Nah, the retrofitters are so good. I could just cut all of the combat tricks, I guess. This is absolutely gross. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artifacts that come down on turn 1 or 2. Is there a chance I can cut a Volt Charge? Getting Rabble and Hazardous Blast here. I mean, I just don't have room for all of these good cards. Too many playables. Oh man, Retrofitter is so insane. I don't know how I can ever cut them. But it's true, I only have 5 artifacts that come down on turn 1 or 2 to curve into them. Yeah, this is legitimately tough. Alright, I think with 2 engravers we can probably cut the Seer. I'm guessing I can go 16 lands, no problem, so we can just shave 2 more cards. I'm thinking I'm going to cut one of these Volt Charges. And, oh man, I kind of want to cut the Furnace Strider here too. How many oil creatures do I have? 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is pretty crazy. You know what? I think I'm going to go full on oil plan. I think I'm going to cut the retrofitters, which means I can cut the skull bombs. This feels really weird, but I think it might actually be correct. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh. I don't see how I'm ever cutting skull bomb or retrofitters. It's just so crazy to think about. This deck is nuts, though. All right, what happens if I do cut the retrofitters and the skull bombs? We'd probably throw in one of the glistening seers. We'd probably play free from fleshes. Like the cackler looks good here. The other volt charge, the crescendo. We just have so many playables. We could almost go mono red. Oh, if I'm cutting the retrofitters, we would cut the watcher. Cut the dose, I guess. Yeah, what is... Is there a world where I can go mono red? Do I have enough playables? I would have to play like both skull bombs. We could go mono red here. That seems like I'm losing too much though. For some gain, but maybe not enough. Yeah, this is one of the tougher builds I've had just because we have so many good playables. So our creature count is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Go like this, maybe? 16 lands. All right, let's just commit. I know we have a lot heavier red, but I think we still want... Yeah, we can probably go 9-7. I will say, if we went mono red, the Koth would be a little bit better. But the blue has a lot of durability to buy us time. All right, let's try it like this. I think there are a bunch of different ways you could build this, given the cards we have in our pool, but no matter what I end up doing, I think our deck looks fantastic. These are the type of hands in this format that you're going to keep on the play, but if you don't have anything to do early and your opponent just plays a 1-drop or a 2-drop, we're feeling really bad. Luckily, they didn't have anything to do on 1, and we can just immediately kill that with a Volt Charge. Nice. Sure. I don't think we're going to play out the Blade. I think we're going to wait until we play the Furnace Strider first. It's a good draw. Yeah, let's go Furnace Strider here. Haste, attack. Then next turn we can go Blade, make another Furnace Strider, Volt Charge one of their creatures. This is a no block zone. Oh, man. All right. This is pressure. Oh, I messed up. I could have given my Strider an extra counter first. Whoopsies. Obviously a small punt there. This already has haste, thankfully, but... my Furnace Strider should have an extra oil counter on it. That's fine. They put an island on top. Oh, they didn't attack. Huh. Well, now I think I'm going to play the Raptor out. Smack with both, and then try to Volt Charge, get him on double blocks. Nice. Alright, so we'll kill that one. Okay. We want to kill the Aspirant, but it doesn't really matter as we're going to get to kill the majority of their creatures and still have a nice board state here. And now what I can do is I can move the Blade over to the Raptor, copy the Furnace Strider, and it's going to have 4 counters on it. Oh, this is actually kind of funny too. What I can do is I can pump the Raptor once to give it +1/-1. Then I move the blade over, copy the Strider, and now it's a 5/4. Perfect. All right. So I made a couple of small mistakes here, but mostly they were proliferate mistakes, but good thing we still had haste. That's fine. So what we do is we go equip here, turn it into Furnace Strider. Attack with both. So go. They can move the hover wings around, but... Okay. Woo. Yeah, our deck is nasty. I need to make sure I'm doing some correct sequencing, but that was a good showcase of the blade and oil creatures. This is exactly what I was talking about. With the blade and oil creatures, the oil counters are always going to stay, no matter what the creature they are turns into. And so you can really kind of abuse that by having a creature that uses some oil ability, but is a different creature, you know? Pretty sweet. We actually had some really fun interactive games today on stream. I mean, a lot of the games were still just who went first and who curved out. Which, looking at the 17 land stats, this is one of the biggest outliers of formats in terms of average game length, and being on the play versus draw. Specifically best of one. Now, again, I will be moving into best of 3 later eventually, but it's funny how best of 1 is. We have, what, 9 mountains and 7 islands in our deck? With 1 mountain, this hand would be absolutely disgusting. Turn 2 Batterfist, turn 3 Raptor, maybe turn 4 Anointer. That's a great hand, though. Do I value the Rummager or the Unblockable? I think I like the Unblockable and the Raptor here. Another red-white. Mandible. Since they played Mandible, I'm going to play Batterfist first. Because if I go Iker Synthesizer and they play any artifact, that's a 3/2 that I can't block. Downside here is that I don't get an oil counter from casting the Batterfist now, but oh well. But yeah, the average game length in this format was like, geez, 7.8 or something. Pro red, pro green. Well, I guess I'm attacking since that creature's red anyways. This is an easy block. This is what I'm talking about with Raptor. It's such a good blocker. Late or early game. What does this sword even do again? Because all the top 2 cards of your library, you may play those cards this turn, you play an additional land this turn. Alright. Well. Kemba too. Wow. Jeez Louise. Well, we are going to get buried by that. 5/5 pro red, pro green. Equipped creatures get +1/+1. They can make a 2/2, and they're just drawing extra cards every turn. Yeah. I think this is my only route to victory, just attacking. You know what? I don't think I can win unless I just take this. If they have lethal on me, so be it. I think I need to keep all my creatures. Just 2 lands. Okay. Obviously, I could be dead here, but I need to try to kill them next turn. Well. Is there an out? I can put them to 2 here. Very close. Obviously, 2 is not good enough. Actually, you know what? Had I held the island... If I had held the island, I'd have 5... No, I wouldn't have enough mana. Oh, another Volt Charge wins. Another Volt Charge wins. Ooh. That's really close. Damn. Yeah, second Volt Charge would have won, though. Okay, GG's. What are you gonna do? Not much I could do about that sword. Protection from the vast majority of my deck is like, sure. Sure, you got me. We did have outs, though. That was nice. 2 Volt Charges were in the deck that could have won. I don't think anything else, though. Free from Flesh would have been 1 short. I don't think anything else could have added 3 damage for 3 mana. GG's. Game 3. On the play with no islands, but we have a turn 2 Engraver if we want to, or a turn 2 Batterfist. We're gonna go with the Engraver here. Nice, and we found the island. Perfect. Alright. Let the poison commence. If they have a bunch of removal, not much I can do. I do think I'm supposed to just take this. Because I don't want to play out my Serum Core Chimera and then get wrecked by, like, Vraska's fall or whatever. Going to 2 is okay. Once we get to 3 is when things start getting problematic, but as it stands, if our Serum Core doesn't die here, we're in really good shape. Oh. I'm gonna assume they have the Death Touch trick. I'm gonna block the Convert. I'm not gonna block the Chimera with Chimera. And now if they have the Sacrifice effect, so be it, but I'm assuming it's just Death Touch. Yep, this is absolutely fine. Not fine that I have 3 poison now, but fine because we kept our Chimera alive, and that's the important card. Now we go. Boom, boom. Blade. Copy. Skull. Pass. Hope we don't see an evangelist here. Well, nothing I can do about that. Okay, now we stack. Good. Shoot for proliferation first. Activate. Discard flesh. Shoot their convert. And say go. Nice. That's fine. That's fine. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to go Engraver here. Then we're going to Augury so we can get an extra counter on that. Pretty good. Ooh. I don't think we're going to discard now. If they draw a land this turn, we are in the clear. Yeah, this has been a great showcase of the Blade of Shared Souls. Nice, nothing. Okay, do I want a Koth or do I want to just Furnace Strider? It's probably safest just to get the big boy online right now. And chill out. And now we can go Koth. Wow, Anointer was really good too. We're gonna hold the lands for Engraver and for Koth Ultimate. I'm okay trading here. We'll pitch one land though.
We have the high ground.
Oh, I drew Volt Charge. I could have ulted right there. Whoopsies. Small mistakes, but as soon as we staved off their initial beats, we were in firm control. Yeah, again, I think our deck is amazing. Very, very good red-blue. Wish I could swap the Volt Charges with Slashes, but you take what you're given. Man, these hands. We don't have a play until turn 3. I always say that these are the kinds of hands that you mulligan in this format, but I'm going to go risky on the bisky. Hopefully we can find one of our 2-drops to cast here. Hopefully the opponent doesn't come out swinging. Oh, they're on a mulligan to 5. Okay. In that case, I feel a lot more comfortable with our keep. Alright, man, this might not be much of a game then. As I like to say, that's magic, baby. Let's go like this. Let's free from flesh our Chimera, which can't be anointed. Put a counter on it. Oh, okay. And then I was going to play anoint... Sorry, put a counter on our Chimera, then anoint her for 1 on their... No, it can't be anointed. Right. Our Chimera cannot be anointed, the exile effect. Then we play our anointer and shoot the... Yeah. Anyway. That wasn't a game. Opponent just mulliganed to 5 and missed land drops. Three and 1 now. And we're on the play. We need 1 land. Oh my god, this hand is insane. Well, we need 2 lands, but... We have 2 Volt Charges for proliferation with Koth. There's 1 land, okay. I guess it does specifically need to be a mountain to cast the Koth, but... We have more red sources than any other in this deck, so... This is a really, really nice hand. Versus green-white toxic. Come on, deck. Mountain next turn. Even if we don't draw Mountain next turn, we're in good shape. We're hoping they play any kind of creature that I can Volt Charge, then we get to anoint their Sinew Dancer, because our synthesizers will have a counter on it. Come on. What? Really? They're gonna kill my synthesizer? Mountain! Huh. Well, they're gonna wish they had that ossification once I find another mountain. If I find another mountain. Oh, are they gonna bounce the ossification? Ah, I see. Okay. Oh, this is really sad. Am I gonna lose by not finding one of our main sources in the deck? Jeez. That's also really bad. Okay. Let's shoot their dancer, pump up our synthesizer. That gives our anointer the ability now to kill their 1/1. This game felt extremely easy if we hit the mountain there. Oh, man. Alright, easy block. Sweet. Trade's good. Mountain! I guess I need to start bashing. Oh, it's a lot of toxic. Are you kidding? Oh, man. That sucks. We have 9 mountains in the deck. So brutal. I need to kill the glider, otherwise it pumps. Come on! Oh, Lord. 4 of our 7 islands? Dude. Alright, GG's. We tried, we died, we cried. Do I actually need to kill a Rot Priest here? Is that my only... No, because they have Ossification in their hand still. So we go block, block. Take 3. Go to 7 poison. They drain for 2. There's nothing I can do. Right on time. Right on freaking time. Well, we had a non-game in our direction last, and then that game there, we had a non-game in the other direction. That's so sick. We hit a second mountain. I don't think we can ever lose that game. I mean, yeah, sure, maybe they get to ossification the Koth, but then our glider is just free reigning. We kill them in like 3 turns. From what we saw in their hand, we would have definitely killed them in like 3 turns. Oh well, GG's. That's magic, baby. Go to the next. Okay, I'm on the play. I've got a 2-drop and a trick that can potentially find me another land. If we can rattle off a couple lands here, we should be good to go. I will 100% use Crescendo just to look at the next card if I don't draw a land next turn. Well, I guess I'm actually... Okay, if they're blocking, I'm definitely doing this. Nice. If they didn't block, I would play the Engraver out, but thankfully they did. They can go land and bounce with Spellbomb if they want to. Oh, they're going to make a 4/4. That's a good curve, too. You hate to see it, but I'm going to Koth and kill the Retrofitter. I think that's right. That feels right. I mean, we just killed a 2/3 and, in essence, a 4/4. Sure. Sure, that is great. Hey, we already got a lot of value off of that, so I am A-okay with that. Yeah. Easy offer the trade since they have Spellbomb. Would have been nice to just slam the Furnace Strider there and bash them for infinite, but... Alright, they are still going to bounce the token. I think that's good play. Sure. Okay. My concern is that they find a Cephalopod eventually, but all of this random, these artifacts I have no care about. Yeah, this is all good for us. Oh, they have a blade. Good news is they have nothing worth copying. Sure. Alright, we are sitting very pretty now. We're just going to win with our flyers and unblockables. I don't think there's any need for us to use the ability yet. Hive is annoying, but it's going to do them more harm than good at the moment. Yep. Give it haste. Equip. Put him on a fast clock here. Blowouts. Hit him for 6. They go down to 6 off the helm or the hive. Oh, hive with that blade is kind of nice. They can turn the mites that can't do anything into actual blockers. All right, good game. Good. Good, good, good. All right, 4 and 2. Oh, man. Anytime I get to 4 wins in this format, I'm happy, even though in other formats, 4 wins would be like, come on. Oh, I would really love for this deck to trophy. It's so cool. What were our losses again? It doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. We take each game individually. Let's keep doing our thing. Fantastic hand. Fantastic. On the draw, sure. Okay, and then we're probably going to be playing against another toxic deck. White aggro toxic. No, Boros. Well, they're not going to be attacking with that, so we can play the synthesizer here first and start getting extra counters. This is a really nice curve out. Turn 1 synthesizer, turn 2 blade. We will copy the synthesizer. So then the token will start gaining counters. And we can move it around and do the Serum Core Chimera nonsense. That's fine. It's good too. Need to find some removal. If they attack, I will double block. Yep. Easy. Deal. Okay, I will take 3. Blocking is so miserable in this format. It's actually heinous how bad it is. With that being said, I'm going to leave back my glider as a blocker here. And the reason for that is, look at my hand. It is really, really good at being a defensive hand. By playing out the glider, we've added 2 counters to our Chimera, or two counters to our oil creatures here. Like, remember, this is only a 2/2 at the end of the day. So I like this block. Great. And now they're hellbent. Perfect. Alright. This is where we get to start doing stuff. Let us see. I mean, I wonder if it's just better to batter fist here. Yeah, I'm gonna Batter Fist and pass. Could have also went Koth, uptick, grab another mountain, play Batter Fist. But I think they have like the crescendo in their hand. Alright. So we double block like this since we're putting them on crescendo. I don't mind if both of these die. Good. Good. And now we're in full control. Okay. How to play this? Let's draw a card first. Don't want to discard any of these. And then we can go Anointer, shoot the 1/1, equip, make another Chimera, pass. They can equip that with the Batter Fist if they want to. I'm okay with this. I would take this trade. Again, it's about keeping my life total healthy here. And now we get to get him. Koth. Uptick. Unfortunately, I think I do need to play the mountain since we drew the Volt Charge, so we might not get the best Koth ultimate. But we are in full control. So that's 6 of my 9 mountains. Ooh. Pretty good.
I'll never forget the home we lost.
Let's go like this. Charge. Target the looter. Activate. Sure. Pass. All right, 27 life scoop. Yeah, Koth was at 9. I don't know. There were probably a few places I could have played that better, and I had so much equipment. Like the glider didn't do anything after I traded away the 4/4, but we still had the glider active as well. This deck is cool, man. I'm having a good time with this deck. If we could trophy, that would be the cream on top. Go, go, go. I just realized I said cream on top as opposed to cherry on top. Who says cream on top? I guess if it's like an Italian soda. No, please! 1 mountain in this hand is absurd. We have 7 islands in the deck and you keep giving me... Come on. Fine. Fine, I accept this hand. Man. That free from flesh was really good, but... This is a fantastic curve out. Can we just hit a few lands? One more land, please. Be clutch. How hard could it be to find one more land? I will copy the synthesizer again. Start getting those extra oil counters whenever I cast non-creature spells on this one. I'll block though if they attack. We're just trading 2/2 token for 2/2 token. Sure. All right, land. Come on. They can equip the Battered Fist for free, but I don't think that's good, because then if I draw Hexgold Slash, there's no reason to do this now. Yes, we hit it. Oh, yeah, no blocks, and I hope you don't have, like, a Mantis afterwards. It's pretty gross, too. Well, we got one way to play right now. And that is a Smack Daddy. I like seeing Terramorphic. You should not be playing Terramorphic in this format unless you're more than 2 colors. Tap lands are so bad in this format, it's crazy. I mean, the ones that sacrifice and draw a card are fine, but if you ever have to play off curve of them because of them... Oh, they did have a Mantis. If you ever have to play off curve because of them, it's just like a death sentence. So I'm going to go to 11 here. This game's going to be close. I get to make a pretty good play next turn if we just draw any spell. Okay, so they are playing more than 2 colors. Let's see, so... Batter Fist, trigger, trigger. Here. Copy. Activate. Ah, and that might have just lost us the game. I have to sit back on defense, I think. Yeah, wow. If we had hit a spell there, we get to kill their Mantis and attack. Oh, well, that didn't matter anyways, did it? Didn't matter anyways. Damn. We hit any spell there to discard to Chimera, we kill their Mantis, we put them on a 2-turn clock. Ah, I did not have fun. This format, man, has gotten me crying. That was a sweet deck, and 5 wins. I should be happy with 5 wins. Like, 5 wins on average is fantastic. But man, when you have a deck like this, when the draft went so well, just feels like anything less than 7 wins is a letdown. But really cool deck, and we had so many good sideboard options too. We had the double retrofitter not being played is crazy, but I think it's right given the number of cheap artifacts that I had access to in the end. So, them's the beats. We'll take our 5 wins. We'll be happy with it. Yay, all will be one. As always, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Remember, kids, if you're going to play this format, keep your curve under 3. I'll see you back next time. Bye-bye.